You might not know it, but Water Splashing Festival actually has its roots in religion, and people will go, pray, and make sacrifices during this time. Many Dai boys enter the village temple at age 7 or 8, where they dress in the burnt orange robes of the monks. And the teens, if they wish, they can retire from the monastic life.
It's early in the morning and the drums are already banging. Must be to welcome in the new year. And you see, there's all these Buddhist monks around me. What exactly are they doing? Check it out.
The Water Splashing Festival is also known as the Festival for Bathing the Buddha. The festival is associated with the Buddhist legend of the dragon sprinkling fragrant flowers on the Lord Buddha at his birth. The Dai people dress in their finest to celebrate this religious holiday. They attend ceremonies to pray in the temples and wipe the dust off the statues of Buddha. They belong to the southern sect of Buddhism, which was introduced into Yunnan from Myanmar in the 7th century. The southern Buddhists are in turn divided into 4 smaller sects.
And here we have the final location for the paraders. And here we can see that the importance of the monastery and of Buddhism and the role it plays in people's lives.
Today, the highest-ranking monks chant prayers before the water and thus bless it. Hordes of devout Dai surround the water and pray along. Although not a Buddhist myself, I can still sense the climate of unity and spirituality. Afterwards, the water is allowed to pour towards the statue of the Buddha and to wash him. The water's been collected, and I made a few wishes for the coming year.
You see, one of the most important religious ceremonies is the holy water ceremony. And this is when people bring water from their homes and bring it to the monastery. Here at the monastery, the monks read and chant the scriptures before that water, and the water thus becomes holy. After it becomes holy, people try to get the water back into their bottles again. And thus, they'll have happiness throughout their lives, throughout the year, their families, and for themselves. Let's try to get in touch with some water.
Besides washing the Buddha, the festival is an occasion for families and friends to gather together. Everyone has something to do. The girls have some special activities of their own. They can test their luck by drawing slips of paper and looking at their fortunes.
这个都写的是什么东西？
这写的都是我不会形容了啦。
那每个人都不一样吗？
不一样，
都不一样。那你们求的都是什么呀？
求的不知道。
你求 Okay, they left me. Supposedly, they are asking for marriage, and so they can find the proper husband. But I guess they're a little shy about this topic, so I'll have to talk to them in private.
The weather in Yunnan in April is perfect, and plenty of people come to the fair to celebrate the holiday and continue the merriment. I've decided to take a trip to the market to see what people are buying for the holidays. I've got food, games, and so on. What's going on here is called ganbai. There are all sorts of exotic foods here that you've never seen before. The old folk gather and talk about their hobbies and even their grandchildren, while maybe the young people catch up on the latest gossip. With so many people around, it's no wonder that a place like this is a hot dating spot.
So you
see, this is how the Dai people bring in the new year, just like Spring Festival for the Han people. And you know, today there's so many people here and the sun is a bit strong. So I'm gonna take a break. If you wanna see this for yourself, you gotta come here. Did you know that Yunnan has the greatest variety of ethnic minorities in any province in China? And just like that, this rainforest here has the greatest variety of biodiversity and plant species. You see, around me, there's many types of vegetation. There's small grasses, there's mid-sized plants, and taller trees. And they grow in different layers. And just like so, you can find many types of animals as well. This layered forest is home to plenty of wildlife. Look at me! Look at me! See these cute little monkeys? Besides being adept tree climbers, they've also become Olympic swimmers. Layers and layers of vegetation, flowing water, and clean air make this place paradise. It's also the home of the peacock, a bird the Dai view as a symbol of beauty, kindness, and good fortune. Look, is he showing off for me? The dragon boat race is held on the Lancang River every year as well. People row in from the surrounding villages to take part in the ceremony. Sight. And you see, the Dai people's love for the water is displayed in this sport, the dragon boat race. And besides, you see the men participating, there's also women who are very strong contestants as well. Let's see how they do at the race. The dragon boat race is held on the Lancang River every year as well. People row in from the surrounding villages to take part in the ceremony. Sight. And you see, the Dai people's love for the water is displayed in this sport, the dragon boat race. And besides, you see the men participating, there's also women who are very strong contestants as well. Let's see how they do at the race. And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. The dragon boat has begun. And look over there, this guy's coming in first. Look at him go, 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 go. In the white, and they're screaming and they're paddling. Oh! So many oars moving in unison. They really look like the legs of a long dragon racing through the water. And cheers for the winner. Don't forget the after party. It's nighttime and people are still by the Lancang River. With fireworks lighting up the sky in a zillion different colors, they send their blessings by the water. The bright hues of the water lamps light up the surface of the glistening water like tiny stars. Quietly and peacefully, they spread their wishes far and wide. It's here that you can write down your very own wishes. I think I'm gonna make a New Year's resolution as well. But what will it be? Well, that's a secret. And you see this? This huge balloon is being released into the sky, called Kongming lanterns. They were the world's first hot air balloons, possibly, invented by military strategist Zhuge Liang.